Hello, and welcome back to Inner Flame 101, the place where we ignite your potential and guide you towards a more meaningful life. Today, we're going on a journey that's both ancient and incredibly urgent. What if the most profound secrets to healing our planet, to truly saving it, aren't found in some futuristic technology, but in wisdom that has existed for millennia? For countless centuries, indigenous cultures across the globe have lived in profound, respectful harmony with nature. Today, we're going to discover how their deep, nuanced understanding of Earth's delicate balance can offer radical, transformative solutions for sustainable living in our modern world. Get ready to look at our planet through ancient eyes. The Ancestral Blueprint. At the heart of indigenous ecological thought lies a profound ancestral blueprint built on three foundational principles: interconnectedness, reciprocity, and long-term stewardship. Unlike the modern industrial view that often sees humanity as separate from and dominant over nature, indigenous communities understood themselves as an integral part of the natural world. Imagine communities who knew their local ecosystems with unparalleled depth, every plant, every animal, every seasonal shift. They weren't just observing, they were participating in a dynamic dance with the land, driven by a deep sense of responsibility for future generations. This ancient wisdom offers a stark and powerful contrast to our often extractive modern approaches, hinting at solutions for some of our most pressing environmental crises. Echoes of the Earth. Indigenous wisdom wasn't just philosophical, it was intensely practical. We see this in ingenious land management techniques like controlled burns, used to rejuvenate forests and prevent catastrophic wildfires, or sustainable harvesting methods that ensured resources for generations, never depleting the source. And then there are polyculture farming systems, growing multiple crops together in a way that mimics natural ecosystems, fostering incredible biodiversity and resilience. These practices weren't driven by profit, but by a profound respect for all living things. They understood that the health of the deer depended on the health of the forest, and the health of the people depended on both. This deep reverence for nature is a lesson we desperately need to translate into our modern lives, bridging ancient and modern. In an era defined by climate change, biodiversity loss, and resource depletion, indigenous principles offer unique, powerful perspectives for solutions. From managing water resources sustainably to revitalizing degraded lands, their insights are not just relevant, they are critical. Increasingly, Western science is validating these ancient methods, recognizing their efficacy and foresight. This convergence of ancient wisdom and modern understanding signals a necessary paradigm shift, a realization that the path forward requires listening to those who have always understood the Earth best. If you're feeling inspired by these powerful lessons, please hit that like button and subscribe to Inner Flame 101. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on more wisdom to ignite your journey. And let me know in the comments below, what indigenous practice or principle has surprised or resonated with you the most so far? Restoring our connection. Beyond practical land management, indigenous wisdom offers us profound philosophical and spiritual tools. Key among these are gratitude, humility, and the concept of 7 generations thinking. Gratitude encourages us to see nature not as a resource, but as a generous provider, shifting our instinct from taking to thanking. Humility reminds us that we are just one strand in the web of life, not the master of it. The concept of 7 generations is perhaps the most transformative. It means that every decision we make today must consider the well-being of people 7 generations into the future. Imagine the radical shift in behavior if corporate decisions, political policies, and even your own daily choices were filtered through that long-term lens. To integrate this into your life, start small, practice daily, gratitude for the Earth's gifts, whether it's the water you drink or the food you eat. When making a purchase, ask yourself, what is the 7th-generation impact of this item? And seek opportunities to support local Indigenous-led conservation efforts. By shifting our individual mindsets, we lay the foundation for a collective, global commitment to sustainability, a harmonious future. Projecting a vision of the future, we see one where Indigenous wisdom isn't merely acknowledged, but integrated into global environmental policy, education, and research. Imagine policy debates starting not with economic growth forecasts, but with the question, what would be the most generous decision for the 7th generation? This vision requires a fundamental shift in power and respect. We must emphasize the urgent need for genuine collaboration, not appropriation between Indigenous communities and global institutions. Indigenous peoples are the custodians of nearly 80% of the world's biodiversity. To address planetary challenges like climate change, we must listen to their expertise, support their self-determination, and empower their stewardship. This journey starts with you. We've explored the timeless lessons of our ancestors, and now, the torch is in your hand. Learn more about the Indigenous people whose land you occupy. Advocate for policies that respect long-term ecological balance. Most importantly, become a steward of the earth by living with gratitude, humility, and the 7th-generation vision. Let's ignite this ancient flame and guide our world toward a harmonious future. What is one actionable step you will take this week to live by the principle of 7 generations? Share your commitment in the comments below. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear this ancient wisdom. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Inner Flame 101 for more insights on purpose and peace. Thank you for being a part of this vital conversation. Until next time, be a good ancestor.